Hello guys, welcome to a new video. And like you guys know, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have over 70 plus videos on my YouTube channel, and if you're liking my YouTube channels or my YouTube videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. If there's something that you don't like, just leave me a comment below on the comments so I can hopefully get better at it. Something I need to fix. Okay, and also if you have a Twitter account, not everybody has one, but I like Twitter better than Facebook, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. This is where I post most of my stuff from my website. My website is ccdtt.com. Go ahead and take a look at my website over there, and I post a lot of stuff, videos, stuff on my website, quizzes, questions, answers, so a lot more than on my YouTube channel, of course. So let's go ahead and start with this activity that we're going to talk about today. Let's make this bigger like always, because for some reason it doesn't save it here on my preferences. Oops, I hit reset instead of apply. So for some reason my packet tracer doesn't save it. It doesn't save my preferences here, so I have to make it bigger every time I make a video, because I always forget before. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this video. And in this video, we are going to talk about access list. Okay, so the access list that we're going to talk about is going to be the standard access list, okay, which is a protocol that allows you to filter, which is permit or deny traffic based on the source IP address. Okay, so based on the source IP address, we can allow or permit traffic through a interface. And the standard ACL groups goes from 0 to 99, and the excluded one goes from 100, or not the excluded, the extended the extended access list goes from 100 to 2699. Yep, that's what it is. And the standard access list, it needs to be placed as close as possible to the destination. Okay, and why, we're going to talk about that later. And we're also going to talk about access group versus access class. Okay, so let's start with this configuration of access list right here. And first of all, if you want to, I'm going to leave a link on the description below so you guys can go ahead and download this activity over here. So we're to configure. This is the IP address of this interface and these interfaces, and I'm also running ERGRP. All right, so let's go ahead and start. The first thing that I want to do is let's say I want to deny this IP address, and I want to permit this IP address access to. Okay, let's make it this look better. So I want to deny this IP address, this host over here, access to this network over here. And since we are going to, for the standard access list, we are going to filter based on source IP address. So we are going to filter this IP address over here, 192.168.2.100, and we have to place it as close as possible to the destination. So we are going to place it over here on gigabit 01, right? So here is where we're going to place it, and we are going to place that going out. Okay, going out, because going out means that it is going this way to this network. If we place it going in, then that means it's going that way, and that's going it's not going to work, right? So we need to place it coming out of this gigabit interface over here. So that's good. So we need to place it over here. So let's go ahead and go to this router. All right, and from this router, let's go to enable config T, and the way to create an access list, you just put, from the global configuration, you put access list here, the group number, which is 1, since like I said before, you're allowed to have a number from 0 to 99. Something greater than that is going to be an extended access list, which we are going to talk about later on. Okay, so access list 1, let's do a question mark, and what I want to do is deny 192.168.2.100. okay, we did not put we forgot to put the 192.168.2.100. okay, and now for access list, I have a bad news for you. We have to use wildcard bits just like OSPF, so we just need to match all the bits like this, 0.0.0.0. So that's good. Now we have created our access list. Now what happened is, since the access list adds a implicit deny to it, if you just leave it like this, we are just denying this IP address. What is actually going to do the access list after this is created, at the end, always at the end of the list, we are going to have the access list 1 denied any. So we won't be able to ping from this computer or from this computer. Let's take a look at that, but first let's go ahead and add it to the gigabit interface 0/1, which is this one over here. And to add it, you need to do IP address access group. And now we can do what access group and access class means. So in access group, it's going to be when we are configuring, when we add in an access list to an interface, we are going to use access group. But when we are going to use a line, when we're going to add the access list to a line, like a line VTY, which is for telnet, right? We are going to use access class, or for the console, we are going to use access class. Okay. So now let's go ahead access group, and we have to call that group that we have assigned, which is 1, and we have to tell it if we want it in and or out. So like I said, we want it out, which out is going out of this interface gigabit 01. If we go do it in, it won't work because it is going in the other way, right? So from here, let's go ahead and try to just ping 192.168.1.100, and there we go. We got a destination unreachable. Okay, so since we get that, we won't be able to get to this computer, right? Because it is blocking it through an access list that we have created. And let's see if we are able to ping from this computer. Ping 192.168.1.100. And as you can see over here, we are also unable to ping from this computer. Just like I said, this is due to the fact that when we create an access list, at the end of these access lists, the routers always create another access list that goes by access list 1 deny any. So what we're doing right now is denying this computer, and then the router adds another one, which is deny any. So it's denying this IP address, and it's also denying any other IP address. So we need to come over here, exit, and we have to tell it access list 1 permit 192.168.2.101, so we can allow this IP address to be able to ping to this computer right here, or this network. So let's go ahead and try to ping that computer now. And as you can see, we are able to ping that computer successfully. So this is great. So that's how you add a standard access list to a router. All right. So we did a access list 1 permit, and we also did a access list 1 deny. Okay. And the way the router reads access list is by going one by one. Since this one was the first one added, what the router is going to do is going to try to match this IP address to the source IP address coming in, and since it's coming in this way, it doesn't match, so it goes to the next step, which is trying to match it to the other access list, which is this one, permit 192.168.2.101, which matches, and that means that they are allowed to go in, and the router just lets it go in, right? And another way to do this, or an easier way you can do, is instead of just doing denying this and then permitting this, what you could do is just say access list 1, right? Permit 192.168.2.101. okay, and if we do this, right, what is going to happen is it's only going to allow this computer, because like I said before, access list always add another line which goes by access list 1 denied any. So if this one is not true, right, if it doesn't match this IP address, when it comes in, what it's going to do is going to deny any other IP address. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now we still should be able to ping from this computer. There it is, we are able to ping from that computer, and we shouldn't be able to ping from this computer still. And there we go, we were able to block PC2 by only adding one line, all right, instead of two like we did before. And some people ask why it needs to be placed as close to the destination as possible. Like, why is that? Well, we're going to make another, what we could do is, let me add another switch over here. We're not a router, let's add another switch over here. I'm going to show you why this needs to be placed as close as possible to the destination. Let's put this gigabit 02, gigabit 02 as well, and over here what we could do is, let's configure this, config T, so interface gigabit 02, IP address 192.168.3.1, no shutdown, exit, let's go router ERGRP 1, so let's add it at this network 192.168.1.0 or .3.0, 255.255.255.0. okay, and now let's make this, add an IP address for this, 100.3.1. let's see if we can ping our default gateway, ping. Okay, we're able to ping our default gateway. Let's see if we are able to ping from this router. Okay, so we're able to reach that interface over here. Alright, so why do we need to place this as close to the destination as possible? Like, why? Okay, so let's go ahead and just exit and say, let's just deny this access list. Let's go to interface gigabit 01, no access group. I don't think we're allowed to deny. Okay, that's fine. So we just deleted this from here. Let's say that you want to if let's say that you didn't put it on this interface over here on gigabit 01, right? Let's say that you placed it over here on gigabit 00. So let's go ahead and make that access group or access list again, which is going to only allow access to this computer, which is computer 3, right? Okay, and we're going to do gigabit 00 IP access group, and we do access group 1, and we're going to do it not out but actually going in, right? Because we want to block it going into this interface, not going out of this interface, because we put over here it was going out, it wasn't going in. This way is going in, right? Let's put in. Okay, so let's see what happens when this computer tries to ping this interface over here, right? It is still blocking it, right? So that's good. Let's see if we are able to ping from this computer. Destination unreachable from this computer, which is weird because it should be allow me to access it. Okay, and as you can see right here, what is actually happening is that ERGRP is not functioning correctly. As you can see, the neighbor 10.1.1.2 went down, and you know why that is? Because access list is actually blocking ERGRP, right? So since access list is not allowing traffic with this IP address, right, this relationship with the neighbor went down, and we can do and show IP route, and as you can see over here, we do not have any ERGRP routes. Well, what we could do to fix this, right, is to config T. We need to do add a static route, IP route 192.168.2.0 interface. So anything going to that interface, I want to send it to 1. So anything that wants to go to this network over here, I want to send it to router 2. Okay, so let's add that. That's good. Now let's add the next over here. So you can see everything went down because of that access list blocking it. Let's do config T into IP routes. If anybody wants to go to 192.168.168 that 1.0 255.255.255.0, send it to 10.1.1.1. Also, if anybody else wants to go to the network .3, send it to router 1. Okay, and let's go ahead and router ERGRP 1. Let's go ahead and delete this so we don't get those errors anymore. Do the same over here. Router ERGRP 1. Okay, so since this access list is blocking ERGRP, now we need to create a static route. So I created this static route, right, which is telling router 1 if anybody wants to go to 192.168.2.0 to this network over here, I want you to send it to router 2 because he knows how to take care of it. And from router 2, I added 2 static routes. So if anybody wants to go to this network, which is this one over here, I want you to send it to router 1 because he knows how to get there. And the other one was 192.168.1.0, which is this one over here. We wanted to send it also to router 1 because he knows how to take care of that. All right, so let's try it again, see if we can ping it from here. Here we go. We get a destination unreachable, because of the access list going into router 1 is blocking it. Now from here we should be able to ping. Here we go. So from here we are able to ping 192.168.100. So that's working right, because I'm denying this computer right here. This is like my mother-in-law. I'm denying my mother-in-law access to the internet. So I'm denying this computer right here access to this network. And let's try this computer that lets me ping. Let's try to ping PC4 over here. Okay, this is great. So it is working great. Let's try to ping PC3 or PC4 from here too, which is on network 3. What's going on? Why is it blocking it? I only want to block access to this computer. I want PC2 to have access to PC4, and that's why, this is why you need to place the access list as close to the destination as possible. Since we place it over here, now it is denying traffic to this network over here and also to this network over here. So that's why you need to place it on this interface over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that again. Interface gigabit 00. Let's see if we do no access. We do IP access group 1. What if we say no IP access group in? Oops, in. Okay, so we have deleted from this interface. Now let's go ahead and place it in the correct interface, which is this one over here, and it's going to be going out. So I see IP access group 1 going out. All right, so now from this computer, remember it was denying me access to PC4. Now it should allow me access to PC4. Voila, and there it is. And this is why you want to place a standard access list as close to the destination as possible, so you don't get any trouble like we had with ERGRP, and also not allowing us to go to this other network over here. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video and like this video, and if you did, hey, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips, and have a beer and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys. Love y'all.